Yugioh
is fucking expensive.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy ThePokéMonarch, and welcome back to another episode of Building on a Budget. In this series, of course, as you probably know, we've been building a Blue Eyes deck, and we've been adding a lot of cards to it. We add like 5 cards per week typically, and this week is no different. I'm going to show you those cards, but before I get started on that, I just want to say that me and Ecorion actually decided to change things up a little bit in order to make the pace of this series a little bit quicker. We're actually doubling our weekly budget and doubling all of our prizes that we get each week. So instead of getting a base of $3 per week, I'm going to be getting $6 plus $6 for every win that I get, and for every match win, and for every duel win. If I lose a match and I go 1-2 against my opponent, that's going to be $3. So it'll be a maximum if we win all of our duels and get our, of course we get our initial allotment. It'll be a maximum of $24 a week and a minimum of $6, which is not too bad. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into what we got this week. We're getting our third Return of the Dragon Lords, a Nightmare Phoenix, 2 Anti-Spell Fragrances, and 1 Dimensional Barrier. These ones are for the side deck. This is, of course, extra deck, and then this is going to go straight into our main deck because, I mean, it's such an amazing card. It's actually helping out a lot in the deck. But let's go ahead and jump into the deck profile and see what we did. As I said, there's not too many changes to the main deck, just adding the 1 Return of the Dragon Lords, but let's go ahead and jump through it real quick. We have 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon. Again, I had to swap that one out because I still can't find the one that I'm missing. 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, 2 Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, 1 Chaos Dragon Levianeer, 2 Nebula Dragon, a Collapsed Serpent, and a Wyvern Buster. And then we have 2 Honest, 2 Effect Veiler in the main. We have 3 Sage with the Eyes of Blue. Sorry, they were a little mixed up with everything else. We have 2 Whitestone of Ancients and 2 Whitestone of Legend to round off the main deck monsters. Next up, we have our spells. We're running 3 Melody of Awakening Dragon, 3 Return of the Dragon Lords, 3 Forbidden Chalice, 2 Pot of Desires, 2 Trade-In, 2 Super Poly, a Called by the Grave, and a Monster Reborn. And then we only run 1 trap in the main deck, Imperial Order. I know we run a lot of spell cards, but it's to stop our opponents from using spell cards against us. It's a big glare on that. But let's go ahead and jump into the extra deck monsters. We're running Twin Burst, Starving Venom, Spirit Dragon, Azure Eyes, Moonlight Dragon, Scarlight, and then we have 2 Xyz monsters, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon, and Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. And then a whole bunch of Link monsters. We have Link Karibo, Elpie, Saryuja, Triple Burst, Pisty, Halkifibrax, and our new Nightmare Phoenix. We actually took out the Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon because we didn't really have a use for it. But let's go into the side deck, which I haven't shown in a while because it hasn't been important, but I think it's going to start being important now. So we're actually using our Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring in the side, as well as our 3rd Effect Veiler. We have 2 Twin Twisters, 3 Fiendish Chain, 3 of the Compulsory Evacuation Device, as well as 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance, and 2 Dimensional Barriers. To round off the entire deck, let's go ahead and jump into the duels and see how we did this week. In Duel Number One, we're going against our rival Ecorion, playing his hero deck. He goes into his fusion monster, Malicious, brings out Cross Guy, summons back his Destiny Hero Dangerous, adds his monster to his hand. We Effect Veiler the Solid Soldier, and he sets a card face down and ends his turn. Our turn, we summon out the White Stone, we add Blue Eyes to our hand by making Link Karibo, and then we go into Alternative White Dragon, attack over his Liquid Soldier, my bad. We set our Imperial Order face down and end our turn. He activates Miracle Fusion, at which point we activate the Imperial Order. He attacks into our Link Karibo, and we use its effect to make his attack 0. We draw into Melody of Awakening Dragon. We can't activate it, unfortunately. But he goes ahead and sets another monster and ends his turn. We draw into our second alternative white dragon. We attack over his 2 face downs and end our turn. From there, he draws into a spell card, sets his DD Crow face down, and we draw into a spell card, which is unfortunate for us. We attempt to use the effect of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, which gets Solemn Striked, and then we attack over his DD Crow. He draws an Ash Blossom, he sets it face down, and that's his turn. We accidentally set our Honest face down, unfortunately. We meant to summon it in attack position, but from there, we attack over his Ash Blossom with the alternative white dragon, and we just keep losing life points like crazy. He compulses our alternative white dragon, and then we summon it out. We use Honest Effect to add it back to the hand, and it's getting a little sketchy for us, especially with that Dynatag in his hand. So he adds Stratos, and he goes into 2 hero monsters. We lose 700, we summon Honest, we use Sage to bring out Blue Eyes White Dragon, we pop his monster, and we attack over him, but he uses Dynatag to burn us for game. In Duel Number 2, we go first, activating Trade-In, and then using Melody to draw 2 cards, or add 2 cards to our hand. We summon out a Blue Eyes during the end phase, and then he goes and summons out a bunch of hero monsters. We Dimensional Barrier him, and then Super Poly is chained, or we chain Super Poly. We summon out Starving Venom, and he's left with a Stratos on the field. So we add the Blue Eyes back to our hand, we summon Alternative, we activate Melody, we pop his Stratos, we make Twin Burst, we use Levianeer, we tribute summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and we just attack for lethal. So we're in game number 3 against Ecorion, and we use Sage to bring out Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then we're able to bring out another Blue Eyes White Dragon during the end phase. So he has a pretty decent hand. He uses E-Emergency Call, adds the Honest Neos. He summons Stratos, sets a card face down, ends his turn. We activate Monster Reborn, and then we go into Crystron Halcophyrax. We summon out the Tuner. He Torrentrials us. We use Return of the Dragon Lords. We summon back the alternative white dragon, set a card, and end our turn. We activate Anti-Spell Fragrance, but he has plenty of cards to be able to play through that. He goes into Increase, proceeds to bring out Vion, and uses Malicious, uses Vion's effect, brings out Plasma, attaches our monster to Plasma, brings out Liquid Soldier, and Shadow Mist, adds a Quick Play spell, sets 2 and passes turn, or sets 2 attacks over us. Oh, not passes turn. My bad, I thought there was another turn there, but yeah, he totally gamed us there. Yeah, good duels Ecorion, thank you very much. And at least we got, what was it, $3 from that one? So, cool. Gosh, I hate when I say things wrong while I'm going over these duels and stuff like that. But anyway, next we're going against our friend Nick, known as Demurer Tundra on YouTube. Make sure you check him out. Links is always in the description down below for the people that we duel against. As long as they are actual Yu-Gi-Tubers and not just random people that I found on EDO Pro. But that being said, he has his Dragon Spirit of White. He ends up just bringing out his Moonlight Dragon, popping our Halcophyrax, or actually I think it sends it back to the extra deck. We summon out our alternative white dragon, and then he uses Protector with the Eyes of Blue, and we end up negating it with the effect of Veiler. He brings out Link Karibo. We summon out our monster, bring out Halcophyrax, using its effect to summon out effect Veiler. We use Nebula Dragon, and then we pop his monster, go into Hope Harbinger, go into Spirit Dragon, attack for almost game. He's at 1,000 life points. So he brings out the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. We bring out the Moonlight Dragon. We we return his Chaos Dragon. I forget, it returns it back to the hand. From there, we end our turn with just a Halki, or he ends his turn with us just having a Halki Fibrax, and we decide to just attack directly for a game. So in Duel Number Two, Nick goes first, and he's able to bring out his Xyz monster. I forget what that thing's name is. Let me look at it real quick. It is number 68, Xanathon the Sky Prison. So this has a really cool effect. It's just gains 100 attack and defense for each monster in the graveyards. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card until the end of your opponent's next turn. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can special summon monsters from the graves. So, now it's our turn. We use Sage, activate its effect to add, go into Link Karibo, set 2, pass, and we activate Imperial Order. And we attempt to use our own Called by the Grave, which, of course, can't activate because of Imperial Order. I don't know why. I probably was like halfway paying attention. But he attacks into us. We're left with 300 life points. And we just summon out our level 1. We use Link Karibo and he negates it. At which point he's able to just attack into us. But we just surrendered that duel. So this is going to go into game number 3. In game number 3, we let him go first, and he uses trade-in, draws 2, goes into Blue Eyes Alternative, goes into Cosmic Brain, summons out Blue Eyes, goes into Link Karibo, and then the Xanathon. He brings out Blue Eyes during the end phase, and now it's our turn. We use Pot of Desires. We use Sage on our White Stone. We go into LP, we attack, and he makes our attack 0. From there, we bring out another Blue Eyes during the end phase, and now it's his turn. He uses his White Stone's effect to bring Blue Eyes. Then we negate his monster's effect. Now we activate our trade-in on our Nebula Dragon. We're able to summon out both of our level 4 dragons. We go into Starving Venom with Super Poly. And we go into Halki Fibrax, summon out Sage, go into Hope Harbinger, go into Triple Burst Dragon, and we are able to attack for lethal. So thanks for the duel, Nick. That was awesome. That's another $6 for us, bringing us to $9 in winnings. Let's go into match number 3 and see what we can do. In match number 3, we're going against Chew the Whoop, also known as TheChuCast on YouTube. Go check him out. Again, as I said, links to these channels are always in the description down below. Links is always in the description. But anyway, we go first. We go into Triple Burst and LP. We summon out our Blue Eyes White Dragon, set a card face down, summon out another Blue Eyes White Dragon, and pass turn. He draws, activates Machina Redeployment, summons out Machina Possess, whatever, sets 2 cards face down, attacks over our LP, and passes turn. So we go into Nightmare Phoenix, pop one of his back row, and then he uses Machina Overdrive, summons out Air Raider. We get our Phoenix back. We use Desires. He summons out Fortress, at which point he also brings out the Citadel. We summon out Blue Eyes. We use Return of the Dragon Lords. We have a full field, and we actually activate the Return of the Dragon Lords in order to protect our field, except for the Nightmare Phoenix. We attack him for 6k. We Super Poly into our Fusion monster, but we lost because of time. Forgot to take off time in here, and we were just one little millisecond away from attacking over him, and we ended up losing because we didn't get to attack. So let's go into duel number 2 and hope that we can win the next 2. So in Duel Number Two, he goes first, T-set pass. We summon out Sage. He Solemn Strikes it. From there, we Nebula Dragon. Bringing out 2 Nebula Dragons. We summon out our Red MD. Set a card face down and pass turn. He mind controls our Red MD. He goes and uses Doggo and ends his turn. So we use Melody. We add Alternative and Blue Eyes. We summon out the Alternative and we're attacking for lethal. So that's game number 2. Let's go into game number 3 and see if we can just somehow win this. I was going to count that first one as a win. He even said that's cool, but honestly, I was like, you know what? Let's just go for the third duel. So let's go and see how we did. So in duel number 3, he goes first again. Summons out his best spots. He sends Doggo, and then he uses Air Raider, summon itself. End phase. My turn. Melody. Then we bring out the Alternative, bring out the Tuner, go into Halki Fibrax, which gets Solemn Striked. We Monster Reborn. He uses the Air Raider to bring out Fortress. And then we actually bring back his Citadel to our side of the field. We pop all the monsters on his field. We summon out Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon and attack for 3k, setting a card face down. And we pass turn summoning out Blue Eyes White Dragon. He activates the World Dino Wrestling, brings out his Stegosaur, brings out his Penkatrops, and sets a card, passes turn. We activate Alternative. We protect our monster with the Return of the Dragon Lords. Attack over him. He brings out Penkatrops again. From there, he sets a card face down, passes turn. We pop his face down. We use Sage on Alternative. We go into Blue Eyes, attack over him, and attack for lethal. So guys, that's our duels for the week. I hope you enjoyed them. So we got 2 wins and 1 game win. So that's $12 plus $3. So plus 6 for the initial allotment that we're allowed. 18, 19, $21 added to our weekly amount. So with the $7 that we spent today, we were down to $4.58 in our savings. But now, because we have such a bigger budget allowed each week, or allowed to be added each week, we're at a whopping $25.58. I don't know what we'll be adding next week yet at this point, and I'm sorry that this video came out a little late this week. But again, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please be sure to like the video as always, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh content like this. Also, don't forget to watch Building on a Budget, my next Yu-Gi-Oh journey, and my sealed only Yu-Gi-Oh journey. Have a great day, and thanks again. I'll catch you next time.